Itaas ng kanang kamay. Basahin.
Ako, si Manuelito. Buwan-buwan pa na.
Makita ba ito? Ano yung mga vloggers natin?
Yes po, General,
Ito
kita
mga
na po.
vloggers, kumikita. Nakikita nito sa vloggers.
Kilala ko yung dalawang yan.
Malakas kumain niya.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here at the Shangri-La Hotel EDSA. I am Robert D. Reyes, and I'm your host for today. As I speak, this is a very, very special event. With us tonight are very important personalities in Philippine society, leaders, men and women of honor, and champion of public service. Personally, I'm very honored to become a part of this event. It's a privilege to be surrounded by mighty and sublime members of Partido Federal ng Pilipinas, the party champions, the party of winners. And with us tonight, Partido Federal ng Pilipinas. Partido Federal ng Pilipinas is a political party of the 17th Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. Through the party support and the love of the Filipinos, our President, the unifying President BBM, won the election on landslide. Its founding. Why was PFP created? For what greater good? Federalism, unity, and change. Partido Federal ng Pilipinas is a party formed in 2018 by avid supporters of Rodrigo Roa Duterte, former Philippine President. PFP calls for the implementation of federalism in the Philippines. Commissioner of the Presidential Anti-Corruption Commission, Jesus J.V. Hello Jr. was the party founding president along with John Castriociones as the co-founder. The structure of the National Executive Council officials and members. The membership of Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. as a chairman, Governor Reynaldo S. Tamayo Jr. as a president, Attorney Victor Rodriguez as executive vice president, Major General Thompson C. Lancion as the secretary general, Mayor Antonio C. Rodriguez as a vice president for Luzon, Councilor Carlitos E. Seneza, vice president for Visayas, Azam M. Olankaya, Vice President for Mindanao, Manuelito D. Andal, Vice President of Political Affairs, Attorney George S. Briones, General Counsel, Attorney Lino A. Domas, Legal Officer, Engineer Antonio G. Marfore, National Treasurer, Edgardo C. Acaba, National Auditor, Chairman, Region 8, Mayor Josefina Joy Go Belmonte, Chairman, NCR, Jamal Bong L. Amin, Chairman, Bangsamoro Autonomous Region of Muslim Mindanao, Cesar or Aguilios, Consultant, Patricio N. Roman, Senior Political Officers. The affirmation of oath of membership. This has come for us to take a step forward as we aspire for bigger goals and strive for more ambitious steps para sa partido, para sa federalismo, para sa bayan. However, to realize all this requires new leaders who will take us further and continue the legacy to those before them. Thus, to appreciate the membership of those who wish to become the part of PFP, I would like to call on Major General Thompson C. Lantion, Secretary General, to affirm the oath of membership.
Okay na? Meron pa?
And take the oath, may we call on Manuelito Delos Reyes Luna, Legal and Political Counsel, former Commissioner of Presidential Anti-Corruption Commission.
Okay? Itaas ng kanang kamay. Basahin.
Ako, si Manuelito de los Reyes Luna, na inihalal bilang kasapi ng Partido Federal ng Pilipinas, PFP, ay sumusumpa na itataguyod ko ang saligang batas ng partido na kung saan nakalahad ang aking paniniwala at paninindigan para sa kalayaan, pagkakaisa, katarungan, pagkapantay-pantay at pananagutang panlipunan, kasarinyan, mabisang pagkilos, makabayang federalismo. Susundin ko ang alituntunin at patakarang ipatutupad ng mga kinakaukulang pamumunuan ng partido. Itataguyod ko at makikisa sa mga pagkilos ng partido. Iaalay ko ang aking sarili sa masalimuot ngunit kinakailangan tungkulin para sa ikauunlad ng bawat mamayang Pilipino at sa kalayaan ng bayan. Lahat na ito ay aking tinatanggap ng pusang loob at walang pasubali. Kasi yan naman nawa ako ng may kapal. Nilagdan ngayong ika-13 ng Agosto taong 2022. Manuelito, Delos, Reyes, Luna.
Okay, congratulations.
Let's give a round of applause to Attorney Manuelito Delos Reyes Luna.
Bigay mo sa likod. Dito. Yan. Kaliwa yan. Tapos yung kamao mo, labas. Okay, hawak mo ito. Baptist tayo, ha? Kunyari, masaya tayo.
Bakit kunyari?
Masaya to, mami. Oo ba yan, ano?
Yes po, General.
Once again, thank you so much. Major General Thompson Lantion, Secretary General Partido Federal ng Pilipinas, Attorney Maria Lourdes Mangao, Bureau of Customs, NAIA, Rose Lau, SKL Oil, Gas, and Investors Businesswoman, Tommy Lee Jr., Officer Partido Federal ng Pilipinas, Manuelito de las Reyes Luna, Legal and Political Counselor, former Commissioner, Presidential Anti-Corruption Commission, Vincent Sefra, TESDA 1, Regional Director, Major General Damian L. Carlos, Undersecretary of National Security Council, former Commandant of Philippine Coast Guard. We also like to congratulate everyone and our media for today, the PFP.
Okay.
And while taking our photo opportunity, I would like to render a song for you.
Sino gusto mong pa-picture dito?
Picture,
We
picture.
request everyone, to those who wish to have a picture for photo ops with our newly elected of the Partido Federal ng Pilipinas, please proceed to the front.
Sino pang gusto magpa-picture? Dito ka na, madam.
Sige ma'am, kayo po.
Yan.
Puro nakarit tayo.
For our guests, today I'd like to acknowledge the presence of Attorney Lourdes Mangao of the Bureau of Customs. Kasama si Lou.
Dito.
Okay. Yung kaibigan niya, yung kapatid ko, si Mayor. Dating Commissioner of Comelec, and then RTC Judge of Manila. Diba? Kaibigan mo ba si SHANGRILA, yung kapatid ko isa?
Yes.
SHANGRILA?
Yes, si Manang J.
Mga kanista yun, tsaka UP yun. Diba? Then we have Rose Lau from Davao. Diba? Oil and gas investor. Okay, mami na. Oil and gas. Yung gas ba galing sa Russia? Hindi. Yeah. Then, of course, my good friend, Tommy Lee. Yeah.
Saan yan?
From our chairman of the Partido Federal of Naga City.
Naga
And
City.
he was very helpful in our campaign for BBM. No? And then, of course, our new member, former member na ito, si Atty. Reyes, nasa Luna. No? Then, Vince Cipra, our regional director of TESDA, regional. He was our chairman of Partido Federal ng mga kapatahan. Kapatahan ito nun eh. Kapatahan ng Partido. And then, Major General Dami Carlos of the Philippine Coast Guard, my good friend, the OTC at the time. And then, who else is here? Of course, our MC. Robert?
Robert D. Reyes po.
Robert. No?
Political Affairs Officer.
The Political Affairs Officer of Governor and Congressman na yun. Si Teng. Anyway, to all of you, a pleasant good afternoon. I would like to introduce myself as the Secretary General of the Partido Federal ng Pilipinas, the political party of the President, 17th President of the Republic of the Philippines, and the National Chairman. I did approach BBN. He called for me to his residence at 41 Nara. And I was surprised when he called for me for a meeting. I was the security officer when I was assigned to the Presidential Guard Battalion when I was studying at Green Hills High School as a second lieutenant. And captain, I was the chief of the Presidential Security Unit, close in security of his father, Ferdinand Marcos, Edwin Marcos Sr. Both of them, kuripot. Kuripot yung mga yun eh. Sinabi ko yung bongit eh. Kuripot ka, BBM, tagay ka ng tatay mo. Sabi ni General, pareho tayong Ilocano, kuripot tayo. And that's a good, pleasant exchange at the time. And for 1 hour, we were in banter, dialogue, and reminiscing our exiled days. Madam Lau, we were exiled in 1986. No? My offense was I was the close-in security of the President of the Republic of the Philippines. And Cory Aquino dropped me from the rolls. And hinawol niya ako. So, for 7 years. No? But when President Fidel Ramos became president, of course, he talked to me in LA and then he convinced me to come back. So I went back and then I returned to the fold of the armed forces and the Philippine National Police. Anyway, in the last campaign, it was a very rigorous and challenging campaign. And of course, we would like to thank all the supporters here. Special mention, of course, our Naga City Chairman, Tommy, for doing the yeoman's job in there. We had special operations there. I have to bring the command bus of BBM to Naga City, and then our coffee, 3-in-1, and then the biscuits. And of course, he provided all the... Meron pa kami sibuyas eh. Sibuyas, may bawang pa kayo. May pansit pa. Kasi bawal yung... Alam mo na, so bilihan ng boto. So, the food items are very important. So from the 8% during his vice presidential run, in this last campaign, it went up to 25%.
Yeah.
Our target then was about 35%. So I'm sure, but thank you, Tam. And of course, in the Sub Rosa operations, we have Admiral Carlos there and Attorney Luna, who also contributed a lot in the victory of BBM. Now, my marching orders from President BBM is to organize, to expand, and add new members who are of good standing in the community, because he wants that the Partido Federal ng Pilipinas to be the dominant political party in Congress in the next 6 years and all over the country. That is what I'm doing without funds coming from him, kasi kuripot eh. Contributions ni Tami, yan, ganyan, nila Governor Dong Padilla o Cam Norte, ganyan ba? And contributions from our members. So we just came out from the battle of the Bangsamoro BTA in Bangsamoro Transition Authority yesterday. And we'll still continue organizing very well so that the Partido Federal and the Filipinos will be ready for the 2025 elections. You see, the elections sa 2025 sa BTA. And it is dominated by MILF and the group of Mizwari, the MILF. So we continue our efforts there and help out President Bongbong Marcos. Wala pa siyang 100 days. In my final report to him, I suggested in the first 100 days, number one, I said you have to create job generation because of the pandemic. Number two, you have to review because your OPSF, your special fund for the gasoline, the energy crisis. And of course, I said in the recommendation to review the tax system of the country. Huwag mo nang mag-increase ng tax. Those three, no? Aside from the food security there, your health issues, energy, and so on and so forth, to include the problems of and the concerns of the Filipino workers. We have 37 chapters all over the world. And these OFW PFP chapters, even in Moscow, we have about 9,000 Filipinos there in Moscow. It's very difficult to organize this because when I requested them to join, it is by Zoom. And you have different time zones, no? From Europe, from the United States, from Australia, Southeast Asia, from the Middle East, iba-ibang time zone yan, mahirap. But we were able to organize 37 chapters. So we have that support from the overseas Filipinos, then of course from you, from the local leaders, and of course from the national leaders overall. So all on behalf of the Partido Federal ng Pilipinas, especially from the national chairman, President BBM, and the national directorate, and the women and men members, we would like to convey our gratitude for your support for giving a victory of the 17th President of the Republic of the Philippines, Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. Mabuhay ang Partido Federal ng Pilipinas, mabuhay ang lahat ng mga Pilipino. Kaya pa ba tayo? O inom mo na? So we will organize the...
Once again, thank you so much for the wonderful words and words of inspiration to each of us. Major General Tumson C. LANTION, the Secretary General of Partido Federal ng Pilipinas.
Tapos na ba tayo? Pwede na o kakain tayo ulit? Ano ba, Your Honor?
So once again, now, before we proceed to our session, I'm Robert T. Villones Reyes. I'm your host and lagi-lagi para sa bayan. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the evening.
We will organize the Kabataan Federal and the daughter of Senator Manny Pacquiao. Join us.